The 32-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that. Happen, guys, is that how we're going to play? And every heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Now let's go.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Caught here by Conley. And taking it to the 15-yard line. Before he's brought down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. A first down carry now for Yeldon. Stiff-armed him. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. You just saw a great example of a really good run stop.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Virgil Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone, but their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
52.
3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
3 down, 3
Here we
down.
go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
All right, here we go.
3 down. Where's 52? Watch 52.
First down, here's Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Third down and 3. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So the Patriots coming out now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Gone!
They come out here in the eye.
319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Barney, here we go. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and it'll be first down, New England.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. They come up in an offset eye.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone. Over. Green 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a give to Yeldon, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, now, look at 56.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. He's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Here we go now.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll toss it to Yeldon. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. T.J. Yeldon, his second game, 17th on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The pitch goes to Yeldon, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. And on the ground they go with a running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. Yeldon, the lone running back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Attack here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Still first down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Final play of the half, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to half. Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I got to go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
A lone running back. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And Rudolph has it left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Now Cousins. That's caught at the 2. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it third and goal.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So now on 4th down, Jay Gruden will call on his field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He's got his man here. It's Green. The 13 yards that time at a 1st.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
Watch it now, Barney. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll run it here. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Denora Searcy in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Under 10. Here we go now.
And they send the slot in motion left. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
No matter the week, no matter the team, you're going to hear coaches wax nostalgic for big tight ends that can control the edge of the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes you don't have a tight end in the game, so now you're looking at your tackles. Can they control the perimeter? Make sure that that gets sealed off so there's no penetration off of the edge. If they're able to do that, that's why a toss play is successful. Because once it...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kick.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
Here we go now.
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go. Here we go now. Leopard. Gone. Detroit.
Back to throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Yeldon, the lone running back. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
First down. Here's Cousins. Out to the left. It's complete to Dyson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike.
Cousins now from the 50. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And he puts it through. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. Now Jones. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loaded in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll send a receiver in motion left. toss running left. This is Yeldon. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 40,
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Defense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Cousins is going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. To throw, Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing again, Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now T.J. Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Over to you now, Barney. All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And caught. Right side. Green. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And welcome back. Offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And he is going to loop. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Yeldon, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They'll set up a throw. And able to find Conley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Conley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's going to let it fly. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it brings up 4th down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Here's Jones. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Here we go. Gone. Watch it now, Barney. Blue landing. Blue landing. Detroit.
Check 25.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. This is Yeldon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Holding. Defense.
That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Yeldon, the lone running back. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try for Gostkowski. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the...
And the offense lining up first and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Cousins on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the offense moving quickly to the line. One last shot now for Cousins. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on